So the Blue Jays, they get back into the win column on the back of Vladimir Guerrero Jr. And I think we can all attest to this. Vladdy Jr. had his best game as a Toronto Blue Jay there tonight. And he was spectacular. 3 for 4. Gets his first home run as a Toronto Blue Jay. And boy, oh, he crushed it. 438 feet. That 111 miles an hour off the bat. Dead center field. Crushed it. For his first home run of his young Blue Jays career. We fast forward to the 6th inning. I know I skipped all the things in the first inning. Actually, no, I didn't. Technically, Vladdy had the first. You know what? I'll stick to it then. So Vladdy hit the home run there. Great job by him to get it all going there in the first inning. 2 batters later, Randall Grichuk, he singles to center field. Then Freddie Galvis gets a double on the right field line, kind of a blooper, and it drops in past Brandon Belt. Good job there by Freddie putting it in perfect spot. For an RBI double, Grichuk comes in to score 2-0 Jays. Next batter, Billy McKinney, he doubles to center field. Galvis comes in to score. And the Jays got a 3-0 lead in the first? What? We have not gotten used to seeing that. I mean, it's incredible to see. But you'll want to see some good things from the Toronto Blue Jays. And to see it early on in the ball game today, it was really, really good to see from this team. And in the bottom of the 3rd inning, Trent Thornton gives up a 2-run shot to the Panda himself, Pablo Sandoval. And it's a 3-2 ball game. Next half inning. In the top of the 4th inning, the Blue Jays grind. They get the bases loaded, and you got the greatest guy at the plate with the bases loaded, Justin Smoak. Now, numbers-wise suggest he's probably not the greatest guy with the bases loaded. I think he's hitting under 200 with runners in scoring position for his career. But this guy walks like no tomorrow. I mean, it's incredible to watch. How many walks did he have again today? Where is it here? Smokey. He had 2 more today, where Justin Smoak now has, 28 walks on the year. Stupid. But he comes up now with the bases loaded and 1 out, and he grinds in at bat and walks in a run. Beautiful job there. Where is he here? And the funny thing is, Trent Thornton comes home to score on the play. He ends up getting the base hit to start that rally. Then a couple other guys get on base. Then Smokey walks in. Trent Thornton wearing his Blue Jays coat. Because you know how the pitchers do it, right? They wear their coat when they're running the bases. Beautiful. Beautiful job there. And Trent Thornton wasn't done just yet. We'll get to him in a bit here. We go to the top of the 6th. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. up again. At this point in the ball game, he's already 2 for 2 and he's walked as well. Have a game, Vladdy. He comes up with who on base? Trent Thornton again on base and Eric Sogard. And Vladdy gets a pitch down in the zone and he gets barreled a ball and absolutely crushes a ball to more or less center field, but it was like left center-ish into like kind of like the diamond area. It was weirdly probably one of the deepest parts in the ballpark. 452 feet. 113 miles an hour off the bat. And if you did not see the highlight, do so and just close your eyes and listen. Just beautiful. The sound of the crack of the bat when Vladdy hit that home run. Oh my. 2nd home run of the game for Vladdy. It's a 3-run shot this time. And Vladdy gets out in his last at bat. You know, he goes 3 for 4 in the game with a couple home runs. What is it? 4 RBIs, couple runs scored, and a walk in the ball game for Vladdy. So people who love looking at statistics, coming into the ball game, Vladdy was hitting 191 and an on base of 283. Leaving the ballpark today, Vladdy Jr.'s average is now 235, and that OBP has jumped to 328. And guys, I will continue to say it, his discipline at the plate is showing. He didn't strike out again today, so he's got 12 strikeouts in 14 games. For a guy who just came into the big leagues, that is fantastic. And he has 7 walks in 14 games. Again, for a 20-year-old player. It's incredible to see from Vladdy. He's got now 5 RBIs as a Blue Jay. He's got 2 runs scored. Got a couple doubles, got a couple home runs, and he's getting there. Vladdy's starting to get there now. And we talked about it kind of the entire Minnesota series no, excuse me, Chicago White Sox series. I don't know why I said Minnesota. The Chicago White Sox series, that it seemed like Vladdy was getting there. His timing was just a little bit off, but he was really starting to make some solid contact. He had a really good couple games in that series against the White Sox. And then you saw it today. Finally breaks off the snide, take the monkey off the back from the long ball. And the crazy thing is, that's where his dad won the home run derby many, many years ago. I mean, it wouldn't be a Vladimir Guerrero Jr. night if it wasn't something dramatic, right? You know, a great job by Vladdy there. But the team overall played a pretty solid game. Eric Sogard, top of the lineup, doing his thing. He went 2 for 4 with the runs scored in the game. Smoak, yes, he went 0 for 3, but he walked twice in the game. Grichuk went 1 for 4. Freddie Galvis 1 for 5. He had the RBI double there in the first. McKinney went 1 for 4 with the RBI, the double in the first inning. And really down the rest of the thing, Trent Thornton had a 2 for 3 ball game and came home to score twice. And Trent Thornton pitched a pretty damn good ball game. Yes, again, the thing that continues to haunt Trent Thornton, though, is the inability to throw strikes. You know, he had moments where he was dialed in and throwing some good quality pitches, but then he just lost it at times, right? He went 5 2/3, only gave up 3 hits, 2 runs, 7 strikeouts. That right there is pretty damn good. But in those 5 2/3, he walked 5 guys. Not the burger joint. I'm just saying, he walked 5 batters from the San Francisco Giants. And look, if Trent Thornton can learn to throw strikes on a consistent basis and pitch the way he does, he could be a big weapon in that rotation. Now, he had a great game today, so it's great to see from Trent to get his first big league win under his belt. And Daniel Hudson made a big pitch there in that, I think it was in the 5th inning, because I think it was like runners in the corners or first and second or whatnot with 2 away. And the tying run was what? So it was a 4-1, 4-0 game, 4-2 game. So 4-2 game. Tying run was on first, and Daniel Hudson got the guy out to end the inning. Thornton's fired up because he's in line then for the victory. And then the bullpen does their thing the rest of the way. Joe Biagini unfortunately had a rough inning. They'll give him a couple hits, 2 doubles, 1 to former Blue Jay Kevin Pillar, of course. In 2/3 of an inning, gave up 2 hits. 1 run, struck out a couple guys, but not the greatest inning. 2/3 of an inning, I guess, for Joe Biagini. Tim Meza went an inning in the 3rd and walked 1 guy, but other than that, he was dynamite. And Tim Meza had a rough start to the year, but since then, he has been dynamite for the Blue Jays. ERA down to 3.44 for Tim Meza. And guys, the Blue Jays bullpen is one of the best in the game. You know, my boy Mo Buckets on Twitter and Blue Jays Wave on Instagram. And shout him out now instead of later on in the video, because I wanted to mention something. Guys, I'm going to go to his Instagram page right this second. Reason I'm doing that is because I'm going to tell you guys a couple things here. There we are, number 1 on the list there. He posted a couple things. He mentioned Nate Pearson's outing, and I didn't see anywhere else anybody mentioned that. Nate Pearson went, and I'm seeing it right here, went 2 innings, no runs, no hits, no walks, and he struck out 3, and according to my main man Mo Buckets and Blue Jays Wave, he touched 101 miles an hour. Great job there, and he was one of the first people to post that the Vladdy Jr. home run before Tim and Sid, may I add. Keep an eye on him, guys. Blue Jays Wave on Instagram. Great guy, great content, and it's awesome. I love reading his stuff and looking at his stuff. It's really, really good stuff, guys. But I don't even know where I was going with that. It was the whole Tim Meza bit about him doing well. Oh, the Blue Jays bullpen, right, being as good as they've been this season. They're one of the top 5 in the league when it comes to ERA. It's pretty damn good, considering this Jays team's 7 games under 500. And guys, as we've said over and over again, and I'll say it again in a win video, this Jays season is not going to be fun. Well, okay, let me reword that. It's not going to be fun when you look at the wins and losses column. So what you do is you enjoy the victories that much more. Like that 4-3 victory against Minnesota in game 1, or I don't know why I keep saying Minnesota. Chicago in the White Sox series on Friday night. They won 4-3. They had a great game. I think Vladdy had a good night or something. Or did he have a good night? I don't even know. Anyways, but nonetheless, the Blue Jays won that game. You enjoy that victory for what it is, because you know you're playing the next day. You got to enjoy it for what it is. So today, The Jays won 7-3. Vladdy had a big game and got his first career home run in his first multi-home run game. He also had 4 RBIs in the ball game. And Trent Thornton got his first big league victory. Enjoy it, because it might not happen tomorrow. So you enjoy it for what it is, guys. Look, 162 games. If you're going to sit here and complain even if the Jays are winning about, oh, there's still this many back, who cares? This Jays team's not going to be a playoff team. So you enjoy the wins for what they are. And that's why we enjoy Vladdy's great performance today. We enjoy Eric Sogard going 2 for 4 and still hitting .320 on the year with an on base of .414. And you enjoy Trent Thornton going 2 for 3 and scoring a couple runs. Enjoy it, guys. You know why? Because it's not going to happen every day for the Toronto Blue Jays. This is their 3rd win in their last 13 games. The wins have been sparse lately. So when they come, you enjoy them that much more. All right? So the finale of this mini 2-game series against the San Francisco Giants goes tomorrow afternoon, 3:45 first pitch there in San Fran. Edwin Jackson gets his first start as a Toronto Blue Jay. I'm very intrigued to see what this veteran right-hander has in store for us. And it's really, really good to have a guy like that in the clubhouse. A guy who's been around the league, done that, succeeded at many points in his career, has bounced on a lot over the last little while. But again, knows what it takes to win. And when you have guys like Stroman and guys like Sanchez and guys like Trent Thornton and even guys like Elvis Luciano and all these young players this team has, bring in that veteran guy like Edwin Jackson, even a guy like Clay Buchholz when he's healthy, is great to have around these younger players. So he goes on the mound tomorrow for his first outing as Toronto Blue Jay, and the San Francisco Giants are going to counter with Sean Anderson, who's going to be pitching in his major league debut. The 24-year-old right-hander is going to be taking on the Blue Jays there tomorrow. And Blue Jay fans, we all know what happens when the Jays face a pitcher in their major league debut. Now, the only thing I'm going to say about that positive is, well, most of our damn players were in the minor leagues either last year or to be in the damn season, so they might have seen this guy already. But, guys, you know what? Like I said, enjoy this victory for what it is, and 3:45 first pitch is tomorrow's game as the Jays look for the mini 2-game sweep over the San Francisco Giants, all right? So, you know what, guys? That is going to do it for this one. You guys enjoyed this video, and you enjoyed Vladdy's coming out party, if you want to call it. Smack that like button, do appreciate that. Hit the subscribe button if you guys have not already. Comment down below what you think of the game. What were your thoughts on those 2 bombs by Vladdy? Both were absolute shots. When you hit a ball 113 miles an hour, miles an hour, and you crush it at 111, and you crush them over 430 feet, both of them, that's crushed. And we were seeing it all weekend, right? Seeing him crush balls, but they're foul. Ugh. He's starting to get them fair. Look out. Vladdy's getting hot. All right, so I can't wait to see him continue to develop, guys, and to continue to see what this guy can be for the Blue Jays for years to come, all right? So, guys, like I said, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, comment down below, all that great stuff, guys. Evan and I will talk to you guys podcast edition on Thursday afternoon. Link is in the description for the podcast channel and for the podcast itself on iTunes. Twitter is also down below. Follow up, send me a DM, and do all that great stuff. And I already talked about my main man, Mo Buckets, and Blue Jays Wave on Instagram. Once again, go follow up that page. Great guy, great content, all that great stuff on Blue Jays Wave. All right, so guys, like I said, Twitter's also down below, all that great stuff. And I will talk to you guys Raptors edition, Game 1, Eastern Conference Finals, Raptors, Bucks, 8:30 tip-off in Milwaukee tomorrow night. I don't know what to expect, but we're just going to sit back, relax, and just watch and see what happens. And as for the Toronto Blue Jays, guys, like we talked about, their next game is tomorrow afternoon, 3:45 first pitch in San Francisco, as the Blue Jays look for the mini 2-game sweep over the Giants. Edwin Jackson on the mound for the Blue Jays in his Blue Jays debut versus Sean Anderson of the Giants in his Major League debut. Like I said, 3:45 first pitch there in San Fran. Thank you guys so much for listening and watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. We'll talk to you guys then.